Hello, my friends. How are you today? Today is Monday, January 25th. And have you looked outside today? I bet you have. I bet that's the first thing you went and looked for. Because we were told yesterday that there was going to be snow. So, do you have snow at your house today? Take a look out your window. Oh, it's gonna be so fun. So, something else that we're supposed to be expecting as well is rain. We're getting rain and snow this week, depending on where you live. But I think we should all see a little bit of both of these, which is going to be so fun. So, in your distance learning bags, there is a rain gauge. What you're going to do is you're going to find something to put it in outside, and then when the rain comes, you're going to be able to pay attention to it after the storm is over, and you can go outside and check on it. Let's see. We're going to have a pretend storm right here. Whoa, how much rain are we going to get? Oh my goodness. This says we got almost 3 inches. Do you think we'll get 3 inches tomorrow? I wonder. So, this week, the letter is Q. Q is wonderful because we have lots of questions, don't we? Like, will we get 3 inches of rain? Will it be for the whole storm? Will it just be for one day? Will we get different amounts at all of our houses? Well, these are all really good questions. And another thing that you should be getting in your bag is, let's see, I am going to use, it's for rubbings, I'm going to use a little bit of chalk and paper, and let's see what turns up with the rubbing. Oh, I got a Q. Let's see, what else is in your distance learning bag? Let's see what other fun things. I'm going to take the blue, I'm going to go over this. Oh man, do you know what that is? That is a question mark. See, there it is, right there. That is a question mark. So when you ask a question, this is what comes after it when you write it down. A question mark, so people understand that you're asking them a question. A question is like what? A question is, why did the banana go to the doctor? Why did the banana go to the doctor? That's a question. And there is a question mark right there too. You know why? Because it wasn't peeling very well. Questions can be jokes. Questions can also be riddles. Ooh, put on your thinking cap for this one, folks. I am full of holes. I can hold water. Full of holes, but can hold water? This is very interesting. And it says, what am I? And do you see right there? Question mark again. Do you know what it is? Full of holes, but can hold water. It's a sponge. A sponge is full of holes, but can hold water. See? These are very fun questions. So, before we get too far into anything, we have to talk about January. We're getting towards the end of the month, aren't we? 25? There's 31 days this month. So we're getting towards the end, and January is the first month. What comes after the first month? The second month, yes, and that will be February, because there's January, February, March, and April, May, June, July, and August, September, October, November, December. These are the months of the year. Good job. And 10 plus 2 is 12. 10, 11, 12. Yes, 12 months in a year. And, oh my gosh, can we talk about why I love the number 25? Do you think you can get to it by counting by fives? I wonder. It's a question. Let's find out. 5, 10, 15, 20. What could be next? Oh, I have so many questions. What comes after 20 when you're counting by fives? What? 25, 20. Yes, you can get to 25 by counting by fives. Yes! What comes after 25? 30. All right, you guys are just too darn smart. So, we are going to talk about letters. We're going to sing the song. Will you sing it with me, please? Oh, fantastic. Thank you so much. A is for apple. Apple. B is for ball. Ball. C is for crab. Crab. D is for dog. Dog. Well done. E is for elephant. Elephant. F is for flamingo. Flamingo. G is for, what is this? Grapes. Good job. G is for grapes. Grapes. H is for hat. Hat. And there's H right there. I is for ice cream. Ice cream. And that's right there. J is for jam. Jam. Oh, and the next letter got stuck on the back. K is for kite. Kite. L is for lion. Lion. There that one is. Oh, who loves mermaids? Oh, I hope it's everyone. M is for mermaid. Mermaid. N is for net. Net. O is for octopus. Octopus. P is for pretzel. Pretzel. And there's P. And then today's letter. Q is for queen. Queen. There we go. We'll add some more a little later. But I want to point out that the Q is really interesting because do you see how it goes all the way around? Just like letter O. Yes, but what's different? How come it's not letter O? It's that little part right there, huh? There's a little slash on the right side of the Q. How incredible. And then this is the lowercase q. It looks a lot like a couple of letters, huh? You go around, down, and it has a little backwards tail. If that was a forwards tail, it would look like G. And if there were no curvy tail at all, it might look like a backwards P. Very interesting. So that is letter Q. And I also have a little, what you can do with the chalk and kind of trace over it, sketch it out. And there's also a capital one as well. And then we've already talked about how we are going over questions this week. We are also going to be talking about queens. That's right. So you can take those. This is Queen Elizabeth. And you can take those and you can put them behind Queen Elizabeth, and you can shade them in so that you'll have Q's all around Queen Elizabeth. And there is also one that says Queen, and you can maybe write that down at the bottom or wherever you think that Queen Elizabeth might like to have that Q or Queen. And I'm sure that would be a lot of fun. All right, kids, we have a book called Pickles to Pittsburgh. And I don't know about you, but I have a lot of questions. Like, why is the helicopter carrying a huge pickle? Actually, many helicopters are carrying huge pickles. Yeah, I would like to know more about Pickles to Pittsburgh. Let's find out. I don't know if we'll be able to read the whole book, but let's read as much as we can. All right, there's the first picture, and I'm going to have to move you a little bit closer. There we go. Dear Henry and Kate, I am having the best vacation ever, but I don't get much rest. I really wish you were here. Our group travels around in a big blue bus, and somehow it manages to climb up and down the tallest and bumpiest mountains and around some of the biggest plants that I have ever seen. We visited many unusual places, met the local people, and even helped them out with some of their chores. I'm taking lots of pictures because this place is hard to believe. Can't wait till I see you next Thursday. Love and hugs, Grandpa. And that looks like that must be Grandpa right there. And that is the bus. Bus. Ooh, that starts with a B, doesn't it? All right. Oh, there's the next picture. What is going on there? We all missed Grandpa an awful lot. His Saturday morning pancakes, his mostly funny jokes, and especially his wonderful bedtime stories. Tomorrow would be Thursday and he'd be home. We could hardly wait to hear where he had been and what he had done. To pass the time, we helped Mom make spaghetti and meatballs for dinner. Henry made the largest meatball that we'd ever seen. They barely fit into the pot. Mom thanked us for helping, but asked that the meatballs be much smaller next time. Oh, that's why she looks like she says, "Don't throw it at me," because it's a giant meatball. All right, what do we have here? That is an interesting, is that food? Is that dinner? Let's find out. After we finished eating, Henry and I cleared the table so we could help bake a special welcome home cake for Grandpa. It was chocolate with strawberry icing and made in the shape of Grandpa's face. Wow. We licked as much of the batter off the spoons as we possibly could. I took Grandpa's postcard up to my room and I put it on the little table beside my bed. I kept staring at it and wondering. The lamplight made bright a photograph of a wonderful place that seemed somehow familiar. I said good night to it and I drifted off into my dreams, and there's a little postcard on the side of the bed. Oh, look at that, and she's falling asleep, and what's happening now? Surrounded by milky blue skies, and with Henry as my co pilot, we carefully steer our plane through large puffs of mist. Soon we find ourselves soaring over an island, a very lumpy island. From the air, it looks like a gigantic feast. Immense vegetables, salads, and desserts lie beneath us. The mountain looks like huge loaves of bread. What? What is going on there? Oh, I think I see bacon. There's bacon. We decide to take a closer look and prepare ourselves for a bumpy landing. Avoiding some broccoli, narrowly missing a tremendous hamburger on an oversized bun, we come down and taxi on what appears to be a giant strip of crisp bacon. Henry and I step down from the plane and look around in awe. Before us lies a strange but wonderful landscape. We are surrounded by larger-than-life vegetables. Nearby is a lake that smells like breakfast, bordered by leafy jungles of lettuce that resemble a tossed salad. Look at these frogs. This one has an egg on its head. There's pieces of toast with jam instead of lily pads. Oh, I thought I was going to get some questions answered. I just have more and more questions. Whoa, are these mountains of donuts? I'm not sure. Maybe they're bagels. We try to keep our balance as we walk around the top of a gigantic bagel and past a forest of towering carrots. That's what they are, they're carrots. One is pierced by a tunnel large enough for a car to drive through. Wow. Off in the distance, we see popcorn snowing down on the peaks of enormous rolls. Way above our head, high up in trees that look like broccoli, chubby birds are nesting in huge shredded wheat biscuits. Whoa, this world is unbelievable. Ahead of us, at the end of a long road, lies what looks like an abandoned town. Eager to know where we are, we start walking towards it. Sweet-smelling rain begins to fall. It collects in hundreds of open containers that are lined up in a field beside the road. Lots of orange puddles are everywhere. It's orange juice. Look at that, and they're filling up cartons with funnels. I wonder if they use a gauge on this. Instead of having a rain gauge, it's an orange juice gauge. Oh my goodness, there's a helicopter with a sandwich. All of a sudden, we find ourselves standing in the shadow of a giant tuna fish sandwich, being delicately airlifted by a helicopter. In the distance, another helicopter races off with a jumbo pickle in tow. Oh my, look at this. The spaghetti is overtaking the town. There is an egg UFO in the sky. When we reached what is left of the town, we see the remnants of a sign welcoming us to a place called Chew and Swallow. Somehow I know I've heard that name somewhere before. Oh my goodness, there's the next picture. What happened at Chew and Swallow? What do you see? Looks like an ice cream cone and waffles, donut, meatballs, macaroni, and it's still raining. We walk through the entire town in amazement. I would be amazed too. Up ahead, a lot of workers wearing helmets and dressed in matching uniforms are loading huge potatoes onto a truck. Look at that. And that's a forklift. I can tell because it has forks. And look at that. It's lifting a giant artichoke. Other trucks sag under the weight of immense artichokes, enormous eggplants, and massive peas and carrots. Foot-long veal cutlets are stacked up to be packed for shipping. Where are they shipping it to? To the east. The weather is changing, and we can see sandwiches raining down. As soon as they land, they are piled up neatly, ready for shipment on a freighter anchored down by the shore. Oh, look at that. There's some ice cream cones and some popsicles. Large reservoirs of milk and cream flow into extra large containers, which are lined up ready to be loaded onto a ship. Printed on the side of the truck are the words Falling Food Company. Large food for large and small countries. Free. Look at that. They've even got, that's a dam set up. Wow. Oh my goodness. Look at that one. Wow, it's pea soup. One of the workers tells us that Chew and Swallow used to be a very ordinary little town, except that instead of weather, food rained down from the sky for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Back then, he says, by some quirk of nature, the falling food grew larger and larger, and storms of gigantic food threatened normal life. So the people took their belongings and they sailed away to a new land on rafts made of huge slices of stale bread. They returned years later to see what had happened to Chew and Swallow. They discovered an endless food supply and decided to create the Falling Food Company. Now daily shipments are made to all parts of the world, from the smallest towns to the largest cities. As soon as the food lands, it is wrapped, boxed, bottled, or packaged and sent out to people who need it. Wow, the city of Chew and Swallow is feeding the world. Even with poverty and drought. Do you know what drought is? That's when you don't get any rain and food can't grow because there's not enough water. So drought creates famines throughout the world. Look, camels have pizzas on them. Wow. There is always enough food for everyone. That is a big burger, and a caution tape is wrapped around it. Henry and I think this is a great idea. We wish we could stay and work here, but I don't think that they hire kids. It's getting late. We hate to leave, but we really have to head home. Mom's expecting us for dinner. The workers give us a 2-foot wide chocolate chip cookie, which we carry back to the plane. It just barely fits through the door. Look at that giant corn cob. Wow. We buckle up. I rev the engine and we start rolling down the bacon runway. As everyone waves goodbye, we can see dinner approaching from the west. Spaghetti and meatballs, I think. As we gain altitude, Chew and Swallow slowly vanishes into the distance. I have a question for you. You know those little tiny corn that we sprouted? What would happen if you sprouted that? How many corn plants could you get off of this 1 ear of corn? You could probably do corn in a whole acre. Be so many. Oh, there they go. They got spaghetti on their wings. My alarm clock woke me with a jolt. It was finally Thursday and I wanted to get to school fast. The sooner I got there, the sooner I'd get home, and the sooner I would see Grandpa. And when we got home, we ran as fast as we could into Grandpa's waiting arms. I brought back something for you, said Grandpa, and he gave us each a large box containing chocolate chip cookie he had gotten on his trip. They were the biggest we had ever seen, almost 2 feet wide. Mom made Grandpa's favorite dinner, chicken and dumplings, and we surprised him with our special welcome home cake. He chose the slice with the mustache. By the time that dinner was done, it was late and Grandpa was tired. When he was all tucked in bed, we knocked on his door to give him an extra goodnight kiss. And then I told Grandpa the most wonderful tall-tale bedtime story he'd ever heard. It began surrounded by milky blue skies and with Henry as my co-pilot. And Grandpa stayed awake till the very end. And then he looked at us with a very funny glint in his eye and said, "Wait till I show you the pictures I took on my trip." And then he drifted off into his own wonderful dreams. Oh my goodness, I think this is the weather near Chew and Swallow. So this is an orange juice drizzle. That is a fork and a knife, and it tells you north, south, west, and east. Here is rolling thunder. Ooh, soda showers, popcorn flurries. Wild things happen in that town. All right, friends. Usually, I know, this has a question mark on it, doesn't it? Q for question mark. So I'm not going to have you guess this actually, because my question is not what's in the box. It is, what did this, it's a little toy, but what did this used to be? If you said dinosaur, you are right. Yes, this would be the bones or the fossil of a dinosaur. Now, you paleontologist kiddos, what kind of dinosaur is it? This is a good question, huh? Let's see. My guess would have been Triceratops, but I know some of you guys, you may know these bones better than me. So, if you think it's a different answer than Triceratops, please let me know by Marco Polo. All right, my friends, I will see you tomorrow. Enjoy the snow if you've got some in your yard.